All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Miami Comedy Podcast. I'm Manny, where I go live every single day-ish to talk to you guys about anything you want, whether it be how your day went, how your relationships are, how your economic situation is going. Thank you all so much for joining me once again. Thank you. Very kind of you. Thank you. All right, big news, guys. Shout out over to the Urban in Overtown, because Kyle Grooms and I, we've been going back and forth trying to figure out what's going on a Thursday. It turns out there's a nice little comedy club hidden in this area. Immaculate says, did I change the time? No, I have to get on a little bit earlier today because I got to get going. This is a busy week for me. It's good to be on, though. I found the time because I told myself I had to go back on and record a new podcast episode as soon as possible so that I don't, so that there's no big gap between the podcasts. So I decided to go live and now so that I can get it out of the way. All right. But anyways, back to the announcement here. So there's a brand new comedy club in Overtown. It's called The Urban. And it's the name of the comedy club is Laugh Lounge. And my old friend, Kyle Grooms, the person that I worked with to do Wednesday Night Live, we're now switching over our productions to Thursdays at the Laugh Lounge. So for those that are listening, big announcement. Thursday nights at the Laugh Lounge, we're bringing some big name comedians. We have people like Will Sylvans, Red, what's his name? Red. He was hilarious nonetheless. But we got names like, Tommy Davidson, you name it, whatever. Big name comedians, all connections through Kyle Grooms. And this venue is absolutely beautiful. It's outdoors. It's got, we're underneath the stars and the way the whole place is set up. It's got food trucks. It's got a bar. It's got service, right? Waiters coming up to you. The whole shebang, whatever. I'm really on my element today. Oh, and let me tell you why I'm on my element, guys. Something absolutely fantastic happened to me. I found some money on the floor. Now, I don't know if this ever happened to you, but when you find money on the floor, it's one of the most beautiful things that could ever happen in your life. If somebody were to come up to you and say, what were the most beautiful moments of your life? You would say something like, the day my child was born, the day I got married, and the day I found anything over $20 on the floor. Because when you find money, there's just nothing better than that. It's almost as if like the angels placed the money there just for you. Out of all the people, at any time throughout the day, an angel just came down from the heavens with a message from God in the form of bills on the floor, and you found it. It's a beautiful thing. Immaculate says, I found $100. Dude, at one time as a child, I was like at a Marshall's. I was like 8 or 9 years old. I found like $220 in $20 bills. To this day, I still remember how I found that thing. It was underneath the clothes rack. It's almost as if a drug deal went wrong at a Marshall's, and then I was an innocent bystander that found the blood money. Okay? Now, I think that this is such a beautiful thing that when it occurs to anybody's in their life, it almost seems as if like an atheist will believe in God on how beautiful and momentous those things are. Moncherie Danny says, barely find cash these days. People barely use cash. Well, I will say this much, Moncherie Danny. In the city of Miami, I believe cash is used a lot for obvious reasons, right? There's a lot of vice in our city. The more evil there is in a city, the more cash is being used, whether it's prostitution, whether it's drugs. I think I think any city that uses a lot of money probably is open during the pandemic. If you really think about it, guys, you know why? Because when people count money, they lick their thumbs and they start counting it and shit, right? Like if you lick your thumb when you count monies, don't worry about the coronavirus. You good. Don't even worry about the vaccine. Like your body has probably seen the worst, because think about where all the money has been. Think of all the circulation it's been through. It's crazy to think how much crime has been committed for money. The same way that you buy candy at a gas station is the same way someone will slap a hoe for not having money. It's the same thing. It's something as innocent as, I don't know, buying toys is the same thing being used to buy weapons around the globe. It's incredible to think all the circulation money goes through. But man, I found like $28 on the floor today. And anything over $20, I think is a beautiful day. All right. Because when you find money, when it's close, like when it's nearby, right? With like, I'd say within a 6-foot radius. When you find money nearby, it's great because you just bend down and you pick it up. And to everyone that saw you do that, it looks like it was yours, right? You didn't have to like run up to it, push people out of the way and shit. Get the fuck out. Get out. Some money on the floor. Because it sucks if it's far away. If you find money and it's far away, there's a whole bunch of thoughts that goes through your head when you see money on the floor, like over there. Like, oh my God, how you start thinking things like, how much time do I have to get there? Or you also start thinking things like, is this a prank? Right? Like, is there somebody with a little fishing reel nearby with a camera recording? So when you reach for it, it just pulls back. Oh, I'll clear the fucking room out if someone ever tried to prank me like that, man. But the worst case scenario when you see money far away is wondering if it's somebody else's. Is this somebody else's money? Right? Because if it's somebody else's money, there's really no way to prove it. And that's an awkward situation to be in, because you could pick up some money and anyone around you seeing you do that would probably be like, oh, that's mine, bro. I dropped that. I'd be holding the money and be like, really, bro? Prove it. Prove this is your money. How are you going to prove it? So now it's either the most beautiful day of your life, or it's going to be the day that you get in a fight or you get stabbed over some money. And you have to think fast. You got to think fast when you find money and someone says that's mine. Okay. So you can get in a fight. You pick up some money. Hey, that's mine, man. It's like, no, I don't think so. What do you call me, a pickpocket? Because this was clearly on the floor. So you have a decision to make if money's far away and you go to pick it up. And you have to think fast, because when you pick up money, you have to consider how much money you have in your hand when somebody says that's mine. Because, if it's over $20, you got to go for the jaw. If it's $3, fine, right? It's like a charity. You're like, all right, man, here, take your $3, whatever, right? But if it's over 20, you're going to have to get in a fight. I'd fight over $20. I'd be like, nah, man, I'm keeping this money. There's no way you're taking this. I sprinted on the way over here. All right. Finders keepers. What's up, Walter? Adi said, what's up, Corey Cognac? Ari says, I remember one time I took a payment for a customer at work. It was nasty because his cash smelled like pure pee, and I had to take it as is. I wanted to hand it back, but I couldn't. Hey, man, money is money. You know that it's illegal for you not to accept money as payment? You could go to, Adi, if you didn't accept that urine money, you'd probably go to jail. But it smells like pee. Well, you're going to go to a place that smells like pee for the rest of whatever trial or time you spend in jail. So it's either you take in the pee money now, or you go months, maybe even years in jail smelling the piss. The choice is yours, Adi. You're doing the show earlier now? No, it's just for today. I got to get going. Yeah. You guys, I always think about where money has been, man. You know what's worse, man? When you find a crisp bill. I like money when it's loose. I would rather take Adi's urine money than to get fresh, crisp dollars straight out of the bank. You guys ever gotten those dollars, those bills that are like stacked together? It to me, it's almost like worthless because I can't stand counting that shit. You ever gotten like a cashier gives it to you, like as change? It's like, oh, I can't break this 20. Well, I can, but I got to open up this pack. And then like she opens up the packet and it's like it's like a brick of bills. And then she's like, okay, one. Like, oh my God, just keep the change. Just keep the fucking change. I don't want to put up with it, because like it's also like that kind of money you always end up spending it faster, because when you try to pay somebody, they're stuck together. I'd rather not even have it in my pocket, man. Um, and money really is useless because when I was thinking about this stuff today, guys, I was thinking about like the human condition when it comes to money and like all the crime that is like, what's up, Alex? I crumble them up and I count it so they don't stick. You crumble them up. Wow. So you may, your fresh bills end up looking like you were homeless the whole day. Like, God damn, what happened, man? You found these under the bridge or something? Yeah, crinkly dollars and crisp dollars. Those are the worst. The urine money is the best one because they're soft, right? You can do shit like this, and they're all like it turns into a fan on a hot day, right? I des. All right, let's get to the reads before we continue to the next portion of what I want to talk about here. So this show is sponsored by Ellie Venus, who is a badass health insurance agent helping individuals, families, small business owners find the health plan they need, whether it be Medicare, Medicaid, group plans, ACA, Obamacare. If you've got health insurance questions, he's got health insurance answers. Reach out to him. Eliu Venus. That's ELIU.VINAS at USHadvisors.com. Thank you, Eliu. All right, yeah. So when it comes to money, guys, no, it'll still be 6. It'll still be 6 o'clock. It's just today because it's a busy week, man. Your boy. I pretty much got to get on a sidetrack here and just plug this in. I pretty much got 7 nights a week back in Miami. All right, 7 nights a week of comedy shows are back. So let's go ahead and run it down, shall we? We'll make this like a little extra segment plug promo. All right, so let it be known that MiamiComedy.com has completed essentially 7 nights a week. So it's Monday at Red Bar, Tuesday, Sweet Caroline. Wednesday, we're at Pilo's Tacos. That's tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Thursday, we're at Laugh Lounge in Overtown, aka the Urban. Friday, we're at Fun Dimension in Wynwood. Saturday, we're at Focal. And then Sunday, we're at Tipsy Flamingo in downtown Miami when that opens. So I did it. You guys remember back in the day, your boy Manny had 7 nights a week, and then the pandemic hit, and then it was stuck. Fuck, right? 9-10 months of just me like, oh my God, I got to sell t-shirts now. Fuck. And now your boy is back. And you know what? The comedy scene in Miami really has been booming. Everybody is now showing up to our city because everywhere is closed down. So Miami is just exploding right now. And thank God I had this business started years ago because like I'm at the cusp, right? Like I'm fucking right there. Feels amazing to know that that a difference is finally being made in our city. Not saying I'll take the credit for it, but you know, you gotta puff your chest up a little bit. You gotta appreciate it. I shouldn't be so humble all the time. I have to finally see you doing an in-person show. Yeah, you're always welcome. The Urban is in Thursday. Yeah, I highly recommend it, Immacula. Go to MiamiComedy.com. I have all the links up on the calendar there. What's up, Travis? Okay, so to get more into this stuff, where it comes to money, guys, money is an evil thing, isn't it? Like, I think about all the evil. I sometimes feel like money is used more for evil than it is for good. Like when you go to a Publix and you use your money, that's just a small itty bitty little fraction in the amount of money being used to do some awful shit. Right? There's almost no comparison. Right? Like you just look at the symbols and you look at the colors of money, and there's no way that you could say to yourself, oh, this is just to buy food, or this is just to put gas in my car. No, the symbols and all the things in it, and the status and the power and the metaphors and all that shit. The reason it looks so mysterious is because the shit is being used for some fucking awful activities. You know what I mean? It almost looks like it's made for evil. Money just looks like it was printed specifically to do evil shit. And we just get a little bit of it. Oh, can I have some of this evil shit so I could use it for my own good? I still have those dozen tickets I haven't been able to use. There you go, Adi. I was waiting for you the whole time. Those will definitely get you VIP experiences. As a matter of fact, Adi, if you ever want to go to the Urban, send me a DM. I can definitely pull some strings for your for your grace. Yeah, money is pretty much useless when it comes to like in a private setting. Like if you use money by yourself, there's really no use for it, right? Like apart from buying the stuff you want and need, money also like if you go to Mars like with a crate of money, you can't survive. You know what I mean? There really is no use for it unless somebody else is there accepting the shit. You know what I mean? So go to Mars with a stack of money and see if it makes you survive. The only thing that you could probably do is probably like, I don't know, take a photo. You in a spacesuit in Mars and shit, right? Trying to look cool with a crate of money, like you're standing next to it. And the only way it'll look cool is if somebody else saw it, because you by yourself posing ain't gonna do shit, right? So what you do is like you have a crate of money, you take a photo next to it, and then the only way that photo will be useful is if you send it to somebody else on planet Earth. Right. So that when you go back there, that photo has a lot of likes and your DMs are being replied to. That's it. Right. If you go anywhere else other than planet Earth with a stack of money, it's fucking useless. I'd rather have a tent. Like if you think about it in that context, a tent is probably more better than money when it comes to going to Mars. A tent has more value. What would you rather have? A stack of money on Mars or a fucking tent that'll protect you from some fucking, I don't know, dust storm with rocks and shit, right? I'd rather have the tent than $1 million at that case. Big just says money is not only used to do some awful shit. Make it rain on Mars. Yeah, acid rain. Money is not only used to do some awful shit, but to get a lot of money and power, you have to do some pretty fucked up shit too. Yeah. Having money in your bank account doesn't make you powerful. It's what you do with the money that makes you powerful. Exactly. Right? Like if you donate to charity with money you have in the bank, that doesn't really make you powerful. If you fund a fucking a guerrilla army for blood diamonds, that makes you powerful. Is you done some evil shit. Yeah, the only way you could get some power is if you do some really evil shit with money. Other than that, it's philanthropy, right? If you do something nice, it doesn't give you power. It gives you philanthropy. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Of course it gets you power. Think of something nice. Like look at Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett donated like billions of dollars and a whole bunch of stuff. According to this documentary I saw, right? He donated billions of dollars to a bunch of stuff. And it was like for research and schools and how to prevent sex trafficking. It was a whole bunch of shit. It's almost as if like when you donate that much money to different charities, it almost like it brings up humanity just a little bit, right? Like charity for some reason brings up humanity a little bit. But when money is used for evil, it brings up humanity to a whole new level, fucking funding wars and blowing shit up and right? Like doing good with money only advances a little bit. Doing evil shit with money advances humans to a whole new level. The sun is burning us up now. Yeah, we got to figure something out. How about we get electric powered cars? Nah, fuck that. We just got to get the fuck out of here. We got to fly to Mars. Wow, that's some powerful shit. What's up, sweet Caroline? 9X Rough, welcome. Fashion Cheetah. Yeah, so power, philanthropy, all, these things go hand in hand. But when it comes to using money with other humans, it really has a lot to do more with freedom. Because I believe what we're all going for when it comes to acquiring funds is we want freedom. And we all have different, like the way you define freedom is probably different than the way I define freedom, for sure. As a matter of fact, anybody, what's freedom to you? Well, freedom means that you could say whatever you want when you want to say it. Well, freedom to me means I don't got to punch into a 9 to 5. Freedom to me means I'm able to travel around the world. Freedom to me means I could bang any prostitute I want and I'll never get an STD. Right? Apart from, like I said, man, apart from buying stuff that you want and need, money also, it also not only helps you get the things you want, but it'll also, it helps you avoid shit, right? Because the irony about money is that like the more you get it, the more status, and then the more people want to hang out with you. But do you really want to hang out with all those people? Probably not. More money, more problems, like the Notorious B.I.G. said, because once you start getting like that status elevation, people just start knocking on your door, and then you just looking through the peephole and you're like, oh, don't shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk to this guy. Oh my God. I know why you're here, man. I don't want it. I don't want to hear it, because, now that I think about it, one of the most valuable things you could do with money, just using it as paper, is if you have a big stack of it and somebody wants to talk to you, right? And you don't want to talk to them. You know what I would do? I would throw a stack of money on the floor like a fucking ninja with one of those dust bombs to like disappear. That's what I would do, man. Like if I had a lot of money and I want to avoid situations, I would just throw money at people to kind of like run away. It'd be like a defense mechanism. Like how a skunk uses like its stench to like thwart its enemies. That's what I would do if I had a bunch of money. Like some fucking guy shows up and like, get the fuck out of here. Like a fucking squid throwing ink at its enemy to go away. Hey, Manny, can I ask you something? Get out of here. That's great. Oh, man. Alex says, first you get the money, then you get the power. And if you really just want it, the pussy as well. Hey, that's human nature. We can't help it, guys. This is how we are. All right. Let's go ahead and break it down, guys. I've got to get going. Tonight, we're at Sweet Caroline, 8 o'clock. All right. Tuesday nights, the infamous Sweet. Oh, I wouldn't say infamous. I just realized that infamous is a bad word. I thought infamous meant like you're famous, like undeniable. Well, infamous. You know what? All of our shows are pretty infamous because we get away with saying a lot of shit. Miami comedy shows are infamous for growing the comedy scene any way fucking possible. All right. There you go. Danny Fallon, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. All right. Don't forget, guys, miamicomedy.com/group. Join the virtual comedy club, because now that we're at 7 nights a week, the next step is we got to go virtual. We got to go virtual. As a matter of fact, I prefer virtual than going live. Like, it's great, that I built a business around live comedy shows, but I believe where I belong is online, because I'm online more than I am on stage. And I feel that if I'm able to crack the code for online comedy shows, next level. That's next level shit. You know what I mean? You connect with anyone instantly. I could show up in my boxers if I want to, right? Like if you don't want to go to work, but you're like, I told the people I do a show at 8. Oh God. All right. And you just walk in, right? Looking like a mess. Like, all right, hey everybody, what's up? Hey, listen, man, let's take a break. You just started, Manny. Yeah, give me like 20 more minutes and I'll come back. I promise I'll get you better material within 20 minutes. And then I just don't show up. I just disappear. I don't feel like doing it, man. Hey, I owe you guys a show. Don't act like you're hurt. It's no big deal. You just say, I'll do a show tomorrow. You're at home. What are you doing right now? You're not doing shit. I didn't make you get in your car, right? I didn't make you get up from bed. You're probably still in bed. So let's postpone it. I don't feel like going live. All right, let's just postpone it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. And I'll send out an email to all the people that bought tickets. I'd be like, hey, listen, man, I know you bought tickets to a show and I said I'd go on live, but like, let's just try next week. All right. No refunds. No refunds. But, I'll try to give you a show next week if I got the time. Imagine if I ran a fucking like, if I ran a scheme like that, where I do a no refund virtual comedy show, and then I sell a whole bunch of tickets, and then I just go, hey, look, guys, I really don't feel like going live right now. So I owe you guys a show. I owe you a show, bro. Yeah, I don't, whatever, man. Just, I'll send you an email. I'll let you know. Okay. That's great. All right, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow, 6 o'clock. All right. The time has not changed. Go to miamicomedy.com. Join us for a show. Join the virtual comedy club. See you tomorrow. Have a great night.